Hey, what's up, everybody? This is a WFSO reaction. I knew like at one point in the game, like when Giannis made a layup and said M1, I did not know. I probably couldn't like I wasn't really like paying attention to it. Like I said, I was watching this game and also watching NXT. Cause I saw when Giannis did the thumbs down, but I didn't know people was like booing him. But they had their reasons. Like I get it why, and I get it what his reaction and stuff like that. So that I get, but the only thing I'm against though, but the guy has gave us like everything. He had guys the championship and stuff like that. So I wouldn't totally boo him. I wouldn't say like it was majority of his fault. Like some of it is his fault, like how the Bucks are, but most of it is like on the coaching and this so-called defense that they got going on. So that's I'm all against it. So this is my first time like hearing the post game interview with him, and the first time I ever did this. So let me see my volume. Okay, it is up. Okay, so nope. Let's just listen to it.
Just kind of how disappointed were you in the effort tonight?
It was both. It was first of all frustrated because they were making every shot. You could not get momentum, you couldn't get stops. But even the shot that they missed, we couldn't get a rebound. Yeah, and the effort was low for sure. There's going to be nights like that in the NBA. I've been a part in not many, but I understand there's going to be times that you might come out flat, and there's going to be a team that's going to come out with a lot of energy and going to shoot the crap out of the ball and don't give you no life. And that's what they did tonight. I don't think they gave us any life. Even when they missed, they got the rebounds. When you overhelped, they made the right pass. When you didn't contest the shot, they made the shot. So they gave us no life.
Throughout this season, when you or your teammates or your team has gotten booed on the road, you've hit the fans with a thumbs down in those cities. Tonight you got booed at home. You did the same thing. Just kind of, I can't even think of the times you've gotten booed at home.
Never. Never been a part. Do I? Have I? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so, no.
Just
Something new for me.
just what that like kind of.
It has changed. It's the same thing. Doesn't matter. I thrive through adversity. I thrive when people don't believe in me. Doesn't matter if I'm on the road, if I'm at home, if I'm on my family dinner, if I'm at the practice facility against my teammate. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, I've never been a part of something like that before. So it's something new for me. I like it though. I love it.
How does this game sit with you? What do you take away?
That's actually a decent response. Like I said, I know the fans like get sick and tired of like the Bucks like losing and stuff like that. But if y'all want to blame somebody besides the coaches, blame upper management and the owners. So it was the Haslam family that decided, they wanted to push for like Doc Rivers to be coach. So I hate to admit this, but like I said, Bears Bros Breakdown, he hasn't posted anything this season so far. So I'm kind of shocked on that one, but I have to admit, he is kind of right about the Haslams. Although they got like a lot of resource money wise because of other teams they own, but at the same time, it's like you're looking at what's going on, and you definitely need to like make some changes.
Okay, but it's not just on them. Giannis went around putting out who he wants to come to the team, and he wants this, and I want that, and I need this, and I need that. Well, you got everything you wanted, and you still ain't playing like shit.
That's what I was saying. That it's not like totally all on him. Like some of it is on him.
There's a lot of it that's on him because he was dictating to the coaching staff who he wanted there. He was dictating to the owners who he wanted there. This will make us a better team. Well, no, it didn't, did it?
But I still blame like some of it on the coach as well. Like I said, some of the blame is on Giannis. Although she ain't gonna agree, but she think it's like mostly on him, which is totally fair to say. But let's continue.
from this night?
Say that again. How does it?
How does it sit with you? What have you been sort of processing?
Nothing. Obviously, you're frustrated. I think we didn't play hard. I think we didn't do the right things. We didn't play as a team. There's not much you can take away from this game. We didn't do nothing right. Like the stuff, you just gotta like kind of forget about it. Take all the things that you didn't do well, try to improve on it, and then go to the next one. But again, at the end of the day, our effort was low. You cannot have that. You cannot have that.
You're at the midway. Go ahead. You're at the midway point of the season, essentially now. What's it going to take for y'all to get to the place where y'all customarily are at the end of the season?
Playing hard, playing it our way. Playing hard, playing it our way. Playing selfless basketball, which we don't. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know.
No, you're kind of right with the selfish basketball because if you gonna cause like so many turnovers and try to pass it when it was too late, yeah, that's another problem. Like,
It ended up being a rush point.
yeah, and plus, it's not just like him. It's like Kevin Porter Jr. Like that's another problem. Like trying to take on too much that he can't take on instead of like passing the ball. Same thing with Ryan Rollins. Same thing, don't pass the ball until it was too late. But Ryan Rollins is struggling with his shooting. And I guess, they went to the philosophy of, play both Kevin Porter Jr. and Ryan Rollins at the same time. And it has not worked. So one of them got to go on the bench. And plus, like I said, the small ball lineup, that needs to stop. It really does. Because it does not work. So, like another thing, doc strategy and stuff like that, it's just going out the window. So, I know y'all frustrated, and I'm not up there to, really panicking. Although, now it's the midpoint of the season. I'm not up there until, after, the All-Star break is done and after the trade deadline. So then again, after that, I will probably know if I need to worry, panic, or anything like that. So it's January and mid-January. I'm still not panicking because teams can turn it around. Just a drop of the hat, just like that. You never know. Excuse me. So let's listen.
No, but those three things are important. I know that they're important for you to win, but right now there's so many things that we can do better. But let's just start by can we just play harder? Can we just play the right way? Can we create advantage for the next player? Can we just play for our teammate, play for the team, play for ourselves? Let's start with that, and I think everything else will follow. Once you have the right attitude and you have effort behind your actions, things tend to go the right way. But if you don't have no effort, it starts from me. Not just my teammates. Usually, no matter what you do, it's not gonna work.
Giannis, you shared that message a lot recently in post-game interviews. Why do you feel like the message isn't being heard?
I don't know. I really don't know. Young team.
Young team, yeah.
Maybe not. Maybe we are not connected as much as we should. Maybe my voice is just a broken record, and guys are just tired, and guys might tend to do what they want to do. I don't know, but as a leader, it doesn't matter. It's being a leader is the same thing as like being a dad. Like you just gotta keep on being available, being consistent with your words and your actions, over and over and over again. And one day you hope that the message is gonna go through. Like when I was 15 and my dad was telling me stuff, I didn't realize what he was talking about until I was like 21, 22, and then you look back and like, oh, that's what he meant. But we don't have 7 years. We halfway through the season. it's either now or never. So hopefully in the next couple of games we can turn things around, and if not, go home.
Do you ever give yourself a pass though if you do have dead legs? Do you make it? Because I'm having a hard time on. Is this just dead legs tonight, or are you angry with the effort?
Me?
Yeah.
Personally,
Or
myself?
maybe angry's not the right word. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
You can't pour from an empty cup. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, I don't think it's dead legs. I don't think it's dead legs. I don't think it's dead legs. Come on, man. I don't think it's dead legs. Were we tired? Yeah, a little bit. We had a day off yesterday. You know, we wasn't at the gym, so I don't see the reason. First of all, when I talk about myself too, right? I always put myself first. So I don't see the reason that I wasn't more aggressive, I wasn't defensively more aware, I wasn't more, going downhill, making plays more. Like, I don't see the reason. So it's not dead legs. I'm never gonna say I didn't have legs. Always gonna say that I could do things better. My effort wasn't there. Maybe I wasn't as focused as I should. And then after that, when I look at myself, I look at overall the team, what we can do better. But I don't think it's dead legs. Dead legs cannot be. Like, how old is Mike Conley?
37.
I thought he was like 41. He was 37?
Right.
Yeah, he was
late 30s.
Yeah, he was moving fast. Yeah, he was moving faster than that. That cannot be an excuse, man. Cannot be an excuse. That legs cannot be an excuse. We have to be better.
And one more follow-up. Were you kind of gesturing or booing back, like sarcastically, after
No, I was
that one?
definitely booing back. When I get booed, I boo back. I've been doing all season. You guys haven't been with me on the road. Whenever I get booed, I boo back.
No, this is home. I mean, do you
It
have a
doesn't
message?
matter. I don't. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It doesn't matter. I play basketball for my teammates. I play basketball for myself and my family. When people don't believe in me, I don't tend to be with them. I tend to be against them. I tend to do what I'm here to do, what I'm good at, right? I think I'm like a maverick. I've always been that way. So it won't change now. It doesn't matter if I'm at home or away. But yeah, I've never been a part of something like that before, and I don't think it's fair. I don't. But everybody has the opinion to do what they want to do. I'm not going to tell them what to do and how to shoot. They act when we don't play hard, or when we lose games, or where we not where we're supposed to be. And I don't think anybody has the right to tell me how I should act on the basketball court after I've been here 13 years, and I'm basically the all-time leader in everything.
You arrogant son of a bitch.
Okay, part of it I do agree with the wife. Like, part of it is arrogance, but like at the same time,
I get what he's saying, but he didn't need to come at it so freaking arrogantly. There's a thing called being humble, which is obviously something he doesn't have. See, my level of dislike for him is going up and up and up. He's just showing his true self now.
it's just like, me personally, like, it could be something, maybe there's something in this game he need to work out more. And like I said, like, some people, they have the right to boo him and stuff like that, but some of us, understand, what's going on, in the inside and stuff. But then again, you're gonna have people like on the outside that don't even know like what's going on, create like controversy and be like, he's gonna leave, he's gonna leave, he's gonna leave. I'm like, really? I just said, especially some of the people that desperately wanted him like on their team, and they don't know the issue is that it's gonna be the same results of if he goes on a different team. So I don't know why people think he's better off at a different team and stuff like that. His best bet is the team he's on now, than going to another team and going to make the situation worse. So I think some people should be saying like, okay, stay away from my team, stay away from my team. And I'm sick of people saying they need to like rebuild. They kind of did like a semi rebuild.
They do need to rebuild, but they need to rebuild from the management side.
Yeah, that too. I agree with that. management. Owners need to be, putting up more accountable too. Players like Giannis need to be held accountable as well. It's just like I said earlier. I get why some of the crowd is booing, but at the same time, I think the crowd at times get a little bit too spoiled.
Right, but this is the thing, okay? As we've said before, if your team loses but they fought,
Yeah.
you don't mind it so much because you can come away from that game. Like with the game we went to, where they, not game we went to, where we was watching that one where they lost at the buzzer.
Oh yeah, I think it was
last week.
It was a Denver game, I
Yeah.
believe. Yeah, it was this past Sunday. Yeah.
Okay. You sit there and you're like, oh, you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Like, god damn it.
Right.
But you go, yeah, it was a really good game. That was just like, whoa.
Right.
When they lose like they have been last night and a few other games where it's like they're not even appears to be trying, where egos are getting in the way, that's where people have the issue.
Right.
And unfortunately, that has made itself apparent as of late.
Right, because of course you like play for the love of the game, but at the same time, egos gotta get checked out of the door. You here for what you claim you love is basketball. It's like me doing this. It's like I don't get paid to do this, but I do it for the love of it. Love of basketball, love of wrestling, love of my city, and also, the love of, what I talk about, with comic books and stuff like that. That's for the love of it. Like, I'm not on everybody's time. I don't get paid. I do it because I love it. That's why.
And what has happened is a lot of those players have forgotten that part of it.
Right.
Including Giannis. He's got all these people go, oh, you're one of the greatest basketball players ever, and his ego gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And he forgot why he started playing.
Exactly. So, I think some of these players need to watch, the teenage years of themselves and try to look at why they are where they are and go back to it, because you didn't have that many like basketball players in the past. Well, there were a few of them that go on their ego, but there's like majority of them that they love the game. And especially, how much, Jordan and all those guys in the 90s, express that they do it for the love of the game. Of course, they do it for a paycheck, but they're not thinking about that when they play. They think about it afterwards. And I just think, part of that is gone.
And that's it right there. They've forgotten why they started.
Right. Yeah.
And saying, oh, I don't play for them and I don't play for this. Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do. Where do you think your paychecks come from?
Right.
Comes partly from the revenue from the fans. You're
Yep.
playing for us, so we will boo your ass. Comments like that make you unlikable.
She's right. She is right.
Yeah, you are a great player. We won't ever take that from you.
Exactly.
But check your ego.
Yeah, they lucky I ain't coaching, because I would have said, check your ego at the door. We ain't got time for all that. If you want to win games, you want to win championships, take your ego at the door and go back to your teen self and realize why do you love this game and how you fell in love with it in the first place.
There was a reason, and I'm going to pull this out there. There was a reason why people loved Shaq and Kobe.
Well, yeah, that's true.
And yeah, Kobe and Shaq could have, there were times when passing the ball was a rare occurrence, because they
Right.
did get into their moment where it's like, it's my ball.
Mm-hmm.
But they had no problem admitting their mistakes. They ate humble pie when things went bad.
Right. Although, me personally, I don't like Kobe, but she is right that he does, admit,
He did admit, didn't he? That
Yeah.
when he did something wrong, he admitted he did something wrong.
right. That is true. like I said, although my hate for Kobe, but I can't deny that he's one of the greatest players that played, in I would
I
say
mean,
my generation. But yeah,
and I mean, we lost a good one when he passed away.
right,
That's the God's honest truth.
right,
But the other thing we lost is I think there's a lot of people who we lost that what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh. We lost that mentorship that came with players like him.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You saw for years these seasoned players, these veterans and stuff, taking the younger players under their wing and carrying on that throughout that person's career.
right.
And we've lost that. We've lost that.
Yes, we did, and I think because we know there's a move that's going to happen on the trade deadline, which few weeks away, but
Isn't that February something?
yeah, like early February. I think it's the 5th, I believe.
That's why I thought 5th or 6th.
It could be one of the two, but I think not just get like an impact player, but make like another trade and get like a veteran that that can that had the experience, winning championships or winning games, and have them being and had some of these egos being checked and actually will take over as that locker room leader.
February 5th.
Oh, it is February 5th. Okay, right. So yeah, they need a veteran presence because probably the oldest person that's like a veteran would be like Torian Prince, and he's 31. I know Giannis is 31 too, but yeah, they need like a veteran presence that that will like. I wouldn't say Bobby because like I know because he got games up and down too, and like he doesn't have like the total ego, but there's sometimes
Sometimes he does.
because I think the issue with Bobby is like not a good defensive presence, and Doc always pointed him to put him at the center, which defensively he is not good at, and I don't think Doc sees that. I don't know, and like I said last night, they played Jericho Sims for like 4 minutes, and that was it. Like really, that's your best defensive center you have right there, and Miles Turner was out because of sickness. Like I said, we can go on, and we can point out, the falls and all that stuff, but the movements got to be on higher management. They really got to do something. I can understand they wait till the trade deadline to do something, but they got to figure out something or talk to Doc. Have like either a players only meeting or like a team meeting to talk about what the heck is going on. So they got to do something. But anyways, let me know what y'all think. Comment below. Like I said, this is the first time we kind of did this. Talk about somebody on their post game interview and just like really listen and give our opinions and throw some facts in there and all that stuff. So, anyways, like today's video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. When we do so, we will start doing like giveaways because I know you guys like free stuff. So, anyways, check out the website wrestlingfanspeakout.weebly.com with all upcoming events in the Midwest wrestling, videos like this, and all other good stuff. Once again, thank our sponsors, Midwest Wrestling Collectibles and Great Scott Sports Cards, and we're proud sponsors of also Maddie's Mary. So check out maddiesmary.org if you want to show your support for what they do. There's a QR code, so wherever support you want to give them. So also proud sponsor of Lexi Pro Wrestling. They have a show this Friday, so you get a chance, you're in the Milwaukee area, check them out. And also Slammy Championship Wrestling, which they got a show on February 21st. Sometime this week we will give away a pair of tickets. So yeah. But anyway, guys, man up, woman up, face up. Until the next video,
Don't be a fucker.
go, let's go, and you guys have a good one, and see you later.